Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a wig out of pack hair. This is a beginner friendly video and I just want to show you the end result so you can know what you're getting yourself into. And without further ado, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful unit. Alright guys, so the first thing that you're going to need is a wig head and a wig stand. I have a 22 inch. Are you kidding me? Hold on. Anyways, back to this list. The next thing you'll need is a dome style wig cap. Make sure you have the mesh with the elastic around the ends. Next, you'll need some thread, of course, T-pins, a curved sewing needle, clips to clip that hair together, and then finally that hair. This packed hair is the Brazilian 100% human blend, and we have 22, 20, and an 18 inch, and yeah. Anyways, here's the wig cap, me playing around with it. I just want to make sure y'all know that when you're sewing, you are sewing into the mesh, like around the edge, not the actual elastic there, but you want to actually get into the mesh. So you're gonna put the wig cap. You're gonna put the wig cap on at an angle, like so, as you can see. Then you're gonna go ahead and grab that closure and put it on right there. I'm placing the closure in the middle of the wig cap because it's going to be a middle part, and then I'm going to use the T-pins to place them around the perimeter. So one on the front left hand side, one on the right hand side, and then I'm going to flip it over and then tie up the hair so it's out the way. And then as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the T-pins around the outside. I want to make sure the closure is flat and laid down so that way there will be no bumps in my closure, and my closure can be on flat and not what's that. Okay y'all, so this next part is pretty simple. This is where you take the thread and make sure you get a lot of thread, and I mean a lot, because the shorter the thread, the more you're going to have to retie it, cut and all that. So you want to make sure you get a pretty lengthy piece of thread. If you have to, go ahead and lick the end of the string so you can get that needle through. You're going to get the needle through, and if you know how to sew, you pretty much know how to go. Get the needle to the middle of the string, and you're going to tie a basic knot where both ends meet, and I'm about to show you how to do that in a second. Okay, so when I first started sewing the closure on, I forgot to knot it as I go. So as you see, I kind of stopped here because I figured out I messed up. But here's how you really do it. So what you're going to do is you are going to sew it through, wrap the thread around twice, and pull it through. So I'm going to show you again because that was kind of rushed. So what you're going to do is you're going to sew from the outside, like the actual mesh of the cap, and you're going to sew that into the lace part of the actual closure. Once you pull the needle through, the string that's attached, wrap it around twice and pull it through, and that will create a knot right there. And you're going to keep doing the same thing throughout the whole closure, so I don't really have to explain. You can rewind if you want to, watch it again, do whatever you got to do to get it right, because baby, yeah, we're making this wig today and it's going to stay, yeah. So now I have sewn it all the way down to the end, and all I'm going to do is take the needle through all the way down to like through the elastic and tie the knot right there to secure it, and then cut the string, and that's it. going to take our longest bundle, which is our 22-inch, unravel it, and then we're going to put both ends of the bundle together. And then to secure it, we are going to use a T-pin to go through the width of the bundles like that. And then we are going to place that onto our wig cap right there in that back section. I'm going to explain more like how you can really pin out that point. That's corny, but yeah, pin it in like so. Okay, and from here, y'all, I am showing you how I sew the actual tracks to the wig cap. It's the same method that I used on the closure. Pull it through, wrap, that's the knot, and keep going. What I'm doing is I'm making sure, especially like here in the back part and around the perimeter of the wig cap, I'm making sure that I'm not sewing through the elastic band. I'm actually hitting the mesh like on top of the elastic band, because if you sew through the elastic, then your wig is not going to stretch like you need it to. So this is just me showing you, how I do it. And whenever you get finished sewing the row, all you're going to do is flip the track like over on top of the other one, as I'm doing here, pin it down, and then just keep sewing. And then whenever I run out of thread, I just go ahead and tie a knot on top of the last actual stitch I've made, and then I'm going to take my needle and go through like the elastic, the wig, wherever you're at. I go through it, flip it over so I can see the bottom, and then I'm just going to tie a knot right there. That way I know that the string is not just going to unravel or get loose or anything, and the tracks will start sliding out. So I'm going to make sure the knot is as close to the cap as possible until I get it right. And here we are at the second bundle. This is our 20-inch bundle. For the second and the final bundle that you insert into this wig, you want to do these by singles. So by that I mean how the first one we doubled it up. Yeah, for this one we're just going to do single tracks, and we're just going to keep on going to finish the rest of the head. And as you keep working your way up, you should start to see this U-shape form. You get this by every time that you start a track, you start it further than the one you did before, basically. Here's the 18-inch. This is our last bundle for this unit, and again we will be doing this singly, so sewing it on as a single track. And as we come to an end of this wig, you want to make sure that your last tracks are as close to the closure as possible. This closure was a little weird because at the back it had a bigger gap. So as you can see, I'm going to go back and sew one more just to make sure that I'm getting it real good. So that way when you put the closure, the hair from the closure down, you won't see any gaps and you won't see any weird scalp looking things in the wig. Okay, y'all, and at this point you're basically finished with the wig. All you have to do is turn it inside out and cut all that extra material from the cap that you didn't sew on, right under where the closure is. Yeah, you're gonna cut all that off. And then this closure was actually a little weird. It came with a piece of fabric attached to the closure, so I just ended up cutting that material off too, so that way the part can look like an actual scalp and not like brown mesh or whatever they call themselves putting under there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, now this is just a short video so I can show y'all how it looks like on head. It's on flat. I don't want my face to be in it because I look a mess and my nails not done. But that is how it looks. I got a bun in the back of my hair. I just put it on. I just did this so I could put it on and show you guys. But this is how it looks on head, on person, on body. Ha. Okay, that's enough.